Hi guys, welcome to my channel. So this was a reading that I just did for Pisces. One thing I wanted, and it's in the members area. One thing I wanted you guys to know is that one, memberships are being offered. Two, they are open. Somebody is okay, the videos are uploading right now. But I wanted to tell y'all something about a dream that I had last night. And I'm going to do tarot with this also. So, and it's just going to be posted regular just because. So, my dream was I was riding in my truck, in my big truck. And I had got to somewhere, it looked like a border. And I don't know where it was because it was weird, because what it was it was a big area that had like a big square area, but it looked like you would be going into a different country once you go ahead. And then behind me was, I guess, whatever other area it was. But in front of me, it was like the place that you go through the check, and then there's like a lot of woods type area, a long road, and you're going through there. So what happened was, we got to the check area. So I went out, got out, because everybody was getting out, and I went to go look at my load. And so I'm like, when I got out there, I'm looking at it like, that's not right, because it had no straps on it. It wasn't tied down. And I'm saying that's not right because I knew it had all the straps on it when I left. So anyway, for some reason, I took down one strap, which was weird because I don't know why I was taking down one strap. But either way, there's a guy that came around and he was looking at me, and I don't know how I got distracted to the tune of we ended up a little bit of ways away from my truck. So he was talking to me, and then I started to notice that traffic started to go. And I'm like, how is traffic going? So then I happened to look, and my truck is gone. Like, literally, I could see my truck pulling off. And so I'm like, hold on, that's not right because my truck is pulling off. So I get up there, and because it wasn't like like where you could go fast. So I started running like down to the side, like, you know, trying to see who moved my truck, because I'm thinking they just moved to the side. No, they were actually going, right? So as I get down there, then some guy pulls up, a little brown skinned guy in a car or in a pickup, I don't know. Either way, he pulls up on the side of me, and he's like, you know, I'll give you a ride. So I'm like, yeah, you need to chase that truck right there. But somehow my truck is now out of sight. Like, I can't see it. So he's saying, you know, he'll give me a ride. So I get in a car with him, and he's, you know, supposedly following the truck. But somehow me and him ended up in the back seat riding. So don't ask me who was driving. I don't know. Either way, we're talking. I'm telling him like, you know, my truck is, you know, I don't know who moved it. I don't know what happened. And it was like the load, you know, would look weird because it didn't have any of the straps on it. Like, that was weird. Because I don't know how that happened when I know I put straps on the whole entire thing. Either way, never caught that. But what the thing was in my dream that caught me was because I felt it. The dude kissed me, like literally leaned in to kiss me while he was talking to me. And somehow in my dream, I made note because I said, I felt the kiss even in my dream. And I said, don't do that. He was like, I just wanted to give you a kiss. I said, yeah, but I'm a celibate. So, and I haven't kissed anybody since I separated from my person. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that was what I was saying to him, but don't kiss me. So he was telling me he was sorry or whatever. But then in the middle of the dream, somehow, and it was still only me and him in the car because it was only me and him in the car. So I don't get it. But it was dark all of a sudden now because it wasn't dark when we started this. And then he's telling me that he needed me to go to his job interview with him because, you know, we couldn't find a truck. And so, but it's like throwing me off. And it was weird because in my mind, he looked like, I don't know, he had a look like, okay, I would be attracted to the dude. Somehow my mind switched to thinking about sex. Like, okay, I'm celibate, but if I did this, I could get away with it because, but it was almost like somebody planting the information, like, don't tell this person. And I don't like how, because to me, it's almost like, I don't like that because it was almost giving me the feeling of somebody trying to persuade me, like, oh, you really want to do this, but I don't want you to, but don't, and you could get away with it. You don't have to tell that. It was weird. So anyway, we get to the person's interview, right? And so I'm like, I'm sitting in there, but then all of a sudden this person looks like they look different now. All of a sudden, like something about the side of their face looked like it was burnt or something. But still, I'm still sitting there with the person because it was weird that, where we were, I swear it kind of looked like a house, but not really a house. It was like an interview. They were interviewing this person, like an apartment complex. That's what it was. So they were getting ready to go work for an apartment complex type deal. But the apartment complex was real dirty. Like, so we end up, I'm just sitting there looking, and I don't know why, but for the life of me, I'm like still thinking about my truck. Like, okay, where is my truck at? Like, I got to figure out where my truck is. And so I'm replaying the events in my head, like, okay, so how did that happen? How did that happen? So then out of nowhere, the girl comes around that's interviewing him, and she says, I'm going to take you back to, you know, where I need you to see, like, what the apartments look like and some other shit, right? So we go to the back, and the girl opens the door because the apartment they were showing belongs to somebody. Because I'm saying, well, why are y'all showing somebody's apartment? Y'all don't have like a show apartment like the one, because there was dirty in there. So when you open the door, it was weird because it looked real like there was something on the floor that looked like the sky, but so it was like this, literally looked like that. It was a mat that was cut, but it was moving like water. So it made me want to touch it, because I'm like, that's water. Meanwhile, one half of the floor is cut, like you can see like brown, like it was the floor, and then that was there. So I went to go take my foot and put my foot on the mat, because then that's when I realized it was a mat. It was like a jelly mat, but it looked like it was water. And so then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the dude starts doing push-ups. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's fucking weird. So she's telling the dude, okay, well, this is going to be your job. You're going to make $14.75 or some shit. And I asked her, I said, why are y'all showing these people's apartments? She said, we don't have anybody's apartment that we can show that's clean. So I'm like, that was weird as fuck. And then I wake up because my son is calling me. But anyway, I don't know where my truck was at the whole entire time. The other thing was, because this keeps being a thing about my truck. The other day I had a dream. I didn't mention it, didn't say anything. I told my friend because I said I'm going to take the power away from it. But anyway, because it keeps being a thing about me and my truck. So this particular dream, I don't know how it started. I don't know what happened. All I know is I woke up knowing that I woke up in my dream behind the wheel, and I had crashed the truck. Like, literally, I was in the woods. The hood was mangled, and I awakened, like I said, and which threw me off because these things are starting to happen very much like I can feel what's happening. Because when that boy kissed me, I swear I felt the real kiss. In this particular dream, I felt warm. Like, literally, that's how I knew I wasn't dead, because I felt the warmth, like I felt hot, and I could feel the heat, like really feel the heat that, okay, you're warm. But then in front of me, because I could see that the hood was fucked up, and I could hear, because it was dark, it was pitch black. I could hear people talking, but I couldn't make out what they were saying. But I don't know if it was people there, but I could hear people talking, which was crazy. Because again, I was in the woods. Somehow the truck went off into the woods. But then what it was really, really strange to me was like this light right here, I could see that light, and there was a dark shadow, like almost like a figure of a man in the light. But I didn't get a bad feeling, like, because I knew I didn't die. I just knew that I crashed my truck. Like, I got in a real bad accident. And so, I ended up calling my friend. But the weird part is I don't know how the accident happened. I don't know nothing about. When I woke up, I was sitting in the seat as if my spirit just came there at that point in time. Like, I don't know. And like I told my friend, I said, normally when stuff like that happens, it's not you per se. It'd be a person or, you know, somebody around you, or it's just really trying to, you know, tell you something. But then when I was looking it up, it says all this different stuff. And, but I don't know why lately I've been getting real crazy dreams pertaining to me and my big truck. Because as I told y'all another dream before, I had a dream that I lost all the power. Like, and it just didn't have any brakes. And so although it came to a stop, it's a lot of weird shit happening when it pertains to that, as if, well, I don't know, but, and I ain't came to a conclusion yet, because even when I started my business was a blessing from God. It was a situation, and it wasn't for me to do it. It was for me to employ people, and it got tampered with in a certain type of way. But I don't know if, again, it's just giving me a lot of like, because even when I got in a car crash in my dream, I didn't feel bad. It was almost like it was letting me know, you're okay, you're warm, you good. Because like I said, I don't even know how that happened. And where are the people coming from that are talking? It's almost like somebody is, I don't know. It's just some weird shit happening. But either way, my dreams are starting to feel like I had a dream one time about somebody hugging me, this particular dude. And literally it felt real because I felt that man's chest on my head. So I don't know why I'm getting dreams where it's like, they're real. Like, I really feel whatever's happening. That's the crazy shit. So I don't get it, but I need some help with it, because it's a lot going down. But either way, so here we are. If you know what that means, then please let me know. If not, mind your business and keep it to yourself, because you don't know. Anyway. All right, so right here we got, this is a page of a knight, yeah, Page of Swords. I don't know why I was going to say knight, but a page. It's a Page of Swords. This is gaining knowledge of yourself and the world around you, seeking your own truth. You're asking lots of questions, experiencing positive change and forward movement, exploring a new way of thinking, a new idea, and a new perspective. Gaining knowledge of yourself. Okay, so really dreams are your subconscious mind. So that would be like probably what is happening right with me right now. Gaining knowledge of yourself, but I haven't made any clear, and seeking my own truth, but I haven't come to any clear type of, like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, so then we have the Two of Cups here. Partnerships, soulmates, mutual attraction, friendships, things that are meant to be, soul bonds, people who are meant to come together to create something or just to support each other. This person helps you to become a better person. All right, then we have the Ace of Wands here. That's a new beginning, a creative spark, a new idea coming out of nowhere. Okay, so that's giving me like, okay, even in your dreams, something is going to click at some point in time, like my dream. Something's going to click at some point in time. An upsurge of optimism, creativity, enthusiasm, a new idea or passion for something. So listening to your intuition, because again, subconscious mind, these things are, they all mean something, and they're all tied into something. All right, we got the Ten of Wands, commitment, dedication, feeling weighed down, exhausted, too many responsibilities, overwhelmed, too many burdens, big projects. Keep pushing, you're almost there. You need a fresh perspective. Don't give up. Endless rewards when you're done. Also, I feel that too, because even in like the work that I do, that pays for, other shit that I want to do. But basically, me switching over, because I go to work after work. I'm always working. If you know me, then you know me, then you know I'm always fucking working. I don't get tired, especially when it comes to trying to build my life and trying to make but the direction is a little bit different. So again, could potentially pertain to my dream state, because of the fact that, and I'm relating this to me because it's my dream, so if you don't like it, then get the fuck off this reading, because guess what? It's for me, but for you if you want it. So take it how it resonates, and don't be in my comments talking dumb, because if you do, y'all already know. Anybody that's been on this channel, y'all already know. So, we had a little mishap when it first started with people wanting to, please just get on with the reading. It's free, bitch. If you got a problem with it, then pay me. Matter of fact, don't pay me. Just go somewhere else, because I don't even want your money, because, bitch, I don't like your attitude. But anyway, so that's why I'm relating this to what I said, because I was telling my dream while I was doing it. So then we have the Chariot, which is movement, also vehicles, movement in a situation. Forward movement also. So the Chariot is like the moving force, using this energy to help you create. So you got forward movement here. Ten of Swords. Painful endings, deep wounds, betrayal, loss, or crisis. Your partner may have cheated on you. A colleague may have spread rumors about you. A family member may have betrayed your trust. But either way, you felt like you could have died, is dead. You've been stabbed in the back. And I actually felt that way because, again, if you know me, you know my situation. I've been documenting it on my channel. Y'all know I'm going through a divorce. So I feel very betrayed. I feel very, very much taken advantage of. I feel very much a lot of things that, some loss, some heartache, some, a couple little things. And I'm moving past it and moving forward. I was blessed to be a blessing, and somebody took that as a weakness and some type of, foolish, I don't know. Either way, you live and you learn and you move forward. So you get past it. Because I'm also the person that, everybody gets mad at, because I say, what is the silver lining? Like, nothing really is a loss, because of the fact that there was something that you were supposed to learn. So even if you and a person don't end up, it could be the person that you wanted for your whole entire life. But just that being in that energy is supposed to be a lesson for you. So you got what you were supposed to get, and you just have to understand how the universe works and know that there's something else that's going to come for you, even when that thing ends. Even if you don't want it to end, it wasn't meant for you. It was meant for a lesson. So because I know that, I get over things pretty fucking easy, because it just wasn't meant for me. If it was meant for me, it would still be here. So I just look at, what did it teach me, and that's it. So we have the Five of Cups here. Loss, sadness, feeling let down, hurt by someone, dwelling on negativity, self-pity, looking at the positive to get out of the negative. I just told y'all that. I look at the silver lining. Don't spend too much time living in self-pity. You could feel let down, you could feel hurt, you could feel, all those things. But again, what was the positive from that situation? There was something that you were supposed to have learned that is supposed to now push you into the next phase of your life. So that chapter is ending and closing, and apparently it's some pushing going on, trying to push you past, because the Chariot is is in front of these things, pushing them out the way, pushing that energy away. And then over here, you got the Six of Swords, where you done moved away. So even getting out of that energy, working on yourself with the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Wands here, and that's being an adventurous risk taker, focused on new opportunities, and not good with following through, though. So taking new opportunities, getting past that and moving on to, now I'm going to take new opportunities. Now I'm going to work on myself. Now I'm going to do what I need to do for me. And in my life right now, there was a couple of things that was taken from me in the process of that, me being in that relationship, and everything that was taken, I am now putting back into play and making sure that it gets done the proper way, the way that I wanted it to be from the first place. So now working on my situation, working on what's going to make me happy, and moving away from whatever that energy was, because as you know, it takes time for, anytime anybody's been in your space for a long time, and that person's been in my energy for over 20 something years. So of course it would take a little bit of time in order to, you know, get rid of that. But that's why I took the time to be to myself and, you know, focus on what I wanted to focus on, and to make sure that I did the right thing. Single, celibate, sober, I continued on with that even when I didn't really have to, because when that person walked away from me in heaven, legally, I was already separated, divorced. It don't matter what nobody say here. It was already done. I'm spiritual. I don't live by what laws here say, because that's not really the way it is. Like, it's just not. There's spiritual laws. Yes, there's physical laws that you have to live by. But honestly, it's more of what would heaven say. And heaven would say that shit was over and done with the minute that man tossed you aside. So you have to now man up for yourself, woman or, you know, woman or man. You got to man up and now do what you got to do to, you know, get past that. So we have the Eight of Pentacles here. Hard work, laying a foundation, working on your skills, your talents, and learning something new. Focus on the task at hand. So learning something new, new skills, new talents being revealed, because also in that process of, you know, that situation, I was a little traumatized, because there's nothing under the sun that's not going to tell me that man didn't slip me fentanyl, because of the fact that I really glitched in the system. And that's what they were telling me, the spirits and everybody else. And so I'm going to stand on that, because I know shit was not right. There was something wrong. When I went through the dark night of the soul, I didn't just, like, I just showed up there. Like, how? And then when people are telling me a person is saying that you do cocaine with them, I've never done cocaine before in my life. I'll do what I want, but I didn't do that. Never did that. So, and I wasn't opposed to, you know, opposed ever, until like now, and that got fucked up, because now I would, you know, I don't know about that, because of the fact that of what happened, that might send me down a whole nother rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. But either way, nobody's going to tell me no different that that didn't happen. I know for a fact that when I awakened to, you know, just my spiritual traumatization of, you know, 2021, that's what I was hearing. So at the end of the day, I had to kind of fight to come back from that, because it was weird. And I've been taking care of myself since I was 17 years old. So literally, I actually been taking care of other people since I was 9, but I've been on my own since I was 17. So, and handling business and everything else, and that not one time happened. The only common denominator was that a person entered into my space. So make it make sense. Now we have the Six of Swords moving away, transitioning to the next phase. I wouldn't take it back. I wouldn't take anything about that situation back, because honestly, it made me a better person. Whatever that situation, whatever switch that flipped, made me more plugged in, more tapped in, more connected. So I wouldn't take it back. Honestly, I feel like I'm on a super power right now, so it kind of helped, although I almost died. But either way, take it how it resonates for you. Going through a storm and getting to calmer water. So I went through that again, and now I'm getting to calmer waters. Knowing what I want to do for myself, with myself, and for myself. Here we go. Three of Wands. That what I just said. Reaping the rewards, accomplishing your goals, limitless opportunities, change and transition, doors opening, and making my own decisions. Now I'm deciding what I want to do and how I want to do it. I'm also noticing that things that I wanted to do back then that we were trying to do together are now being easier made for me to do. Again, stuff that happened that kind of sank by the wayside when I was connected with that person is now being open and easy for me to be able to do. And so I'm just, taking the time to put things together the way that I want it, no input from nobody else. And what it does now will be on me and not on me being connected somewhere where I wasn't supposed to be, not equally yoked in a situation. Somebody out for their own self. So we have a King of Swords here, a great communicator, somebody very smart. It represents structure, power and authority, a logical deep thinker. It can be a lover, a father, or a close family member. It represents legal matters, law enforcement, military, police, politics. This person likes structure. There's this person else is also very protective of their loved ones, and they need, a structured environment, like I said. We have the Seven of Cups here. Daydreaming, wishful thinking, having too many options, too many choices, indecision, abundance, wanting it all, and not knowing what you want. So having discernment is what is needed here for that situation. So too much. So somebody's saying, somebody is talking, trying to offer you stuff. Again, a male energy, but not necessarily, you don't have to be a male to be in that energy. You could be a female and masculine energy. Take it how it represents for, take it how it represents for you. Take it how it resonates for you. We have the High Priestess energy here, divine feminine. And also, to me, it's almost like always torn in between the two. Like, I'm going to say black and white, dark and evil, good and bad, love and hate. Like, being balanced, knowing something and knowing stuff that other people do not know, and maybe not saying anything about it. Because although I tell y'all my dreams sometimes, there's dreams that I'm having that I don't tell anybody. But the ones that seem to, I don't know, because that shit don't make no sense sometimes. And like I said, maybe it might be to help somebody else. And sometimes I might actually be a little slow on the even telling. So maybe I could be hindering somebody else from not telling it sooner. But I'll be thinking sometimes people need to mind their own damn business. So I don't say shit and I just keep it pushing. Also, being in your High Priestess energy is almost like making magic and becoming the best sorcerer you can be, and knowing that, like, it's so many options on the table. Like, what type of spiritualist do I want to be? Like, I want to be everything. And that's just me, because I mean, God made me. When he made me, okay? So I can do some shit. But at the end of the day, it's like having some focus, not being all over the place. And so that also might be what my dream could be potentially saying too. Like, you need to have a little bit more focus. And yes, your focus needs to be here, but when you're there, focus on that. Because I be doing everything. Like, no matter what I'm doing, I'm still doing everything. So that might be telling me to, when you're doing this, then you just focus on that. When you're doing that, you just focus on that. You don't focus on everything else. So it is what it is. So then we have the Five of Pentacles, which is either being left out in the cold or wanting to come back in from out of the cold. Also, it's like reevaluating. Do you want this, or do you want in, or do you want out? It could be like feeling insecure, lacking support, financial loss, poverty, a lack mindset, isolation, worry, and self-sabotage. So some of those things I feel, some of those things I don't. Some of those things I just, somebody else could be feeling and projecting. But either way, sometimes I feel very isolated because I have been very isolated. I have been to myself by myself. I also, there's people around, and I keep telling the people, because for some of the people that are around, they not really around. And that's the thing. I've been telling people, like, I have people who I talk to that for some reason I'm being kept away from. Every time I either make plans with these people or try to go around these people, it never happens. So something about these people, I'm starting to question. This is the other thing. Being in your High Priestess mode, questioning things and trusting your gut, your intuition, something ain't right. Okay? So also we have, I think that's, what is that? That's the Lovers card, I think. Let me see. Yeah, definitely, I think it's the Lovers card. Let's check and make sure. I have to keep checking this. I keep checking the same fucking card. You would think that I would know by now and what it is. All right, let's see. Yep, it's the Lovers card. Okay, so the Lovers card could be about actually loving yourself. It's also about like partnerships with other people, being connected to other people, a higher like calling, like God is in this, like loving yourself, bringing your it's oh, you know what? And also, let me see. The other thing I wanted to do was, okay, so in this deck for this one, it says the contradiction that leads to total vision. Opposes are complements. So oppositions are complements. So opposites attract, and the conflict is only apparent. Uh, awareness of oneself and the other. So also about freedom, because some people standing there butt ass naked. So I like how sometimes that deck says something different than actually what the Lovers itself would be. So love, relationship choices, connections that you make. It's also about networking, close relationships that you have in your life. It could represent a romantic situation, but it could also represent loving yourself. And this card also is like being at a crossroad and also considering all the possible consequences. Your heart and soul desires. What do you want and how do you want it? Where do you want to go? How do you want it? How do you feel? That's Tupac. Growing up as a nigga in a fast lane, living it. No, what he say? What's the something living in a fast lane? I'm for real. How do you want it? How do you feel? Okay, Tupac. What's up? What's up? Okay, and then the Hangman. You waiting. So again, I'm waiting. And that's true. That's a true statement because of the fact that, and I was going to pull some more cards to close this out, but I just wanted to get done. So I am waiting because I'm waiting for, I've been in covenant with God. So that's what I keep saying about me, single, celibate, sober. I'm in covenant with God. The Ace of Swords is here again. And once God says, and I have been released, so I could have been drinking wine and some other shit. So I've been released in one aspect, but I ain't been released in the sex area yet. So for me to be having a dream about somebody kissing me, that was kind of like, you know, because like I said, I felt it. And it also made me feel like, you're not going to tell me that I could do something that, because God will know. And it's not about what a person here will know. It's about what God will know. I can't lie to God. God knows that. Queen of Pentacles. So God knows that the minute you do it, the minute you think it, God knows. So you would only be lying to yourself if you think that you're going to do something and get away with it because you don't got to tell the people that's here. But God is going to know that you did that, period, point blank. So for me to be even getting that and having that was kind of weird because God knew that that happened. So I don't know why somebody would be trying to convince me like, okay, well, you could have sex. Although it wasn't the person saying it. It was like just in my head. Okay, you could do that. And nobody would actually know that you did it. Yes, I would know and God would know. And I'm not breaking that for nobody because it was almost like you take all this long time to be in covenant with God and have that and do that. But I like this card. And do that. But then you risk it all on somebody that you just met. This person just pulled up out of nowhere, and now that's the thought. Like, fuck no, get out of my face. All right, so Ace of Swords is here again. Oh no, that wasn't the Ace of Swords. That was a Knight of Swords. So where I get the Ace of Swords being here again from? Is the Ace of Swords here? No. Where did I get that from? Because that was a Knight of Swords. Actually, it was a page, and I kept calling it a night. What is the fucking night that I keep saying that? Committed to the truth, focus-driven, ambitious, action-oriented, on a mission, driven to succeed, fast-thinking, and being assertive at getting what you want. But where did I get the ace from? All right, either way, it's here now, so fuck it. Mental energy, new ideas, new... Oh, that was in my last reading. I just posted some readings. I just told y'all it's inside the members area. It's on that. So that's what I was thinking of. So sorry. Not sorry. But either way. Clear thinking, the ability to step back and see things without being emotional. A bright idea coming out of nowhere. Then we got the Queen of Pentacles. The Earth Mother figure grounded. Both of them cards came out in the last reading. That was in the Pisces reading too. Okay, because the reading that's being posted is definitely a Pisces reading, and I am a Pisces, and now those cards are here again. So, Queen of Pentacles, Earth Mother figure, being very grounded, thinking about your financial future, your future investments, your spiritual growth, bringing things, and those things are very important to me right now. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm going, what I need to do. And I love the fact of this, because I told you already I almost died, but this is like rising from the ashes, the phoenix. So definitely love that. Being very stable, Queen of Pentacles. This person is like connected to the earth, trying to and like spiritual is like almost being one with the world is what I want to say. But anyway, then we have the Knight. I don't know why I'm calling this a Knight. That's a page. So a young, fresh energy coming in, because it started off with a page, it's ending off with a page. So a young, fresh energy coming in. Excited about love, excited about life, following your own path. I'm excited about all of that, definitely. I keep talking about Ramadan coming up, and I also keep talking about like all the things that I want to do when I have a person, when I meet a person. I'm definitely on travel mode right now, because that was one of the things that I was talking to about, you know, with the people, that I'm outside, totally outside, and not outside like, you know, whatever these other people doing, but I'm outside, because you know how a person gonna meet you when you hiding. So being very passionate and creative, experiencing life for what it is. And like I told y'all before, I feel like a brand new child. Like everything is new to me, because once I went through that phase, Dark Night of the Soul, everything was brand new, because again, I was new. Everything was different. If you want to know what I'm talking about and you're new here, December 2021, go back to those videos and come on up, and you know, you'll see, because it happened. And one of the things I said was, I wouldn't have chosen to go through the Dark Night of the Soul or any type of glitch in front of the world, but I did. And maybe God did that so I could help somebody. I don't even know why even some of this stuff right here is happening right now. But at the end of the day, it is. Excuse me. I'm having an allergy problem, I think. Either way, I don't know why some of the things that are happening right now is happening, because there's still some, you know, supernatural shit happening around me. But at the end of the day, maybe it might be meant to help somebody else. Also trying something new and figuring out my life's purpose. Everything that I'm doing right now, I totally know that I'm in my life's purpose, because otherwise they would not be allowing me to do it. When I say they, I mean God and, you know, my angels and everybody that's surrounding me, because I keep trying to tell y'all, I feel like I'm in a spiritual ass prison. It's witness protection, apparently. So I'm being heavily protected and guarded, because people are not allowed to come around me. And when people try, stuff happens, and now people are looking at me like what's wrong? You know, how's that happen? We don't know. Either way, I'm just going through the motions and waiting for me to be released from witness protection program. And I don't know what I did to get here, but okay. But anyway, this is what it was. This was my reading. This was my dream. And if you like it, comment. If you don't. And hope it helps somebody. Go with God.